Thank you very much, Magpat, for the nice introduction of me. I'm going to have around 30 minutes to discuss my ideas about how technology connect us, especially on how we build their future. Um, while I'm speaking about this topic, that would be great if Bapak Ibu, rekan-rekan semua, you can also mention in the chat box comments where you come from. In a way, which city? So we know. So this beautiful workshop is attended by various background and participants from different cities in Indonesia. This is my main topic. Thank you for the generous introduction, Mas Pap. So currently, I'm the director of Binus Advocacy campus and also faculty member of School of Accounting. If we talk about Bekasi, so
Yes,
most of us,
Gatot, I'm sorry, maybe it's interrupt you, but your voice a little bit on off.
okay, let me check. Okay, I'm off my earbud right now. Is it?
Yes, it is better now.
It's better,
Yes.
right? Okay. Thank you. So I'm about to discuss about the main topic on how technology connect us, building a shared future. Currently, I'm a campus director of Binus at Bekasi. And if we are talking about Bekasi, Bapak Ibu, we are lucky that currently our workshop is through online. If you come directly to Bekasi, you have to have your own passport, just like what I have. I have a passport of Bekasi. Just joking. The other part of the discussion over here is if we talk about artificial intelligence, if we talk about technology, most of us will think that, well, I'm not really a tech guy. I'm not with a background of information technology. How do I leverage AI? Well, put an example of me. I'm not definitely technology guy, artificial intelligence background, but with current development of artificial intelligence, especially Gen AI, you can do anything. Just like Masfat idea to create Futuries.ai. So this idea of AI can be used by everyone. This is an example of my research paper that's been checked, reviewed in terms of English editorial checking by ChatGPT at that time. And because the requirement from the journal at that time, we have to acknowledge or mention that our paper being checked or being reviewed editorially or some part by the artificial intelligence, so we have to disclose it. So that's a good this is an example on a non-tech guy like me can also use Gen AI to leverage or to enhance our quality of work. So we have some chats. We have Mbak Eli from Yogyakarta. We have Hijrato from Brebes, Fat in Jakarta. I'm in Bekasi. So that's lovely. We have plenty of people not only coming from different city from Indonesia. So within the next 20-25 minutes, this is main agenda. Of course, this is a first session, so I'm not going to steal the thunder for the next speakers. I'm mainly focused on this specific point of discussion, technology and shared future. What about the what technology that will bring us, and what will be our shared future? Secondly, I'm going to focus on our point of discussion today. This is about generative AI or artificial intelligence and how this Gen AI is really a game changer for us. Next, I'm going to touch point on AI application in education, including some example of educational technology that we use in Binus University. Last but not least, I will share with you my final thought and also discussion. So let's move on the first part of discussion. Oh, by the way, if you looked at my picture, most of my picture here generated by artificial intelligence using Copilot with the main prompts as futuristic classroom in 3D format. Yeah, so if you see most of my picture over here is created by artificial intelligence. So let's move on the first part. So I'm going to tell you the story of this figure of largest US companies in a comparison between 2018 and 2008. So in those decades, on the right-hand side, we can see that the top 10 dominated by a very heavy tangible asset companies. Exxon, General Electric, Procter and Gamble, Chevron, Walmart. They are heavily reliant on heavy fixed asset, heavy um, as plant and property asset. But when you look at in 2018, the top 5 or top 10 mostly dominated by technology company, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook. We can see the fact that technology changed not only the way we live, but also how we conduct our business. No longer GE, Chevron, Walmart, and so on. But now we have what we call as light asset or mostly in intangible. So this is how our economy is shaped now, mostly by technology. And this we expect will continue in the near future. Talk about future, we should talk about 2045 or what we call as Indonesia Emas, Golden Indonesia, not Indonesia Cemas ya teman-teman ya. So we have to be optimistic. So if we see here in the global megatrend provided by Bappenas, we see that technology among other things that we consider part of the global megatrend. And we see that the trend in technology, including the trend in AI, also part of the discussion that we have to be aware of. If you look at on Indonesian development pillar, we can also see that technology part of that pillar, especially on how we can develop, mostly on our human resources centered around technology. So if we talk about technology, our industry also changed, mostly on how we industrialize the way we conduct the business. I think in 2011 and until recently, we talk about Industry 4.0. Mostly it's about cyber physical system and digitalization. But now in Industry 5.0, it's not only about technology, but we also have human-machine collaboration or personalization or humanization. In short, we want to have high tech, but also human touch as part of the central idea of Industry 5.0. A lot of people, probably most of you as well, aware that what will happen if AI technology take over the world, for example, yeah. What will the job, a future job will be? We are going to discuss about that later on. But in Industry 5.0, the idea is the technology also have to have human-machine collaboration and also have human touch as their central point. So here, part of the discussions of Industry 5.0, we put a discussion of human-centric approach. So technology is very good, great, but it also has to touch the human approach on that side. It's also important to make sure that we also put a lot of concern about sustainability, especially in the area of environmental and also social development in our life. Last but not least, a lot of changes, a lot of disruptions, a lot of uncertainty. Is also important to have a very strong resilience about those changes, being adaptable, being able to change, looking at on the future uncertainty and disruptions. Industry 5.0 not also happen in the environmental of practice or industry, but also happen on education, including on how we put key pillars of education for those who work or deal with education. We have a challenge on how to provide coherent and relevant curriculum, how we can provide more innovative delivery and assessment, meaningful learning experience, and transformative learning. In short, it's not only enough being a lecturer in front of the class, explaining what in front of you in terms of whiteboard and also PowerPoint slides, but also give meaning, give context, so students will get better understanding on what the future will look like for them. So that's the main idea, Bapak Ibu, the first part on the technology and how we can build a shared future. On the second part, we are going to focusing on artificial intelligence, especially generative artificial intelligence in the format of ChatGPT, for example, and how we can leverage this in our daily life. We have artificial intelligence for sure, Bapak Ibu. Chatbot, for example, if you are the user of Telkom, you're very familiar with Veronica, for example. Some of you also leverage artificial intelligence through chatbot using WhatsApp. So that's artificial intelligence. But now we have a more or much better approach in terms of generative AI in a way that generative AI will provide you something new, something of an output that is different from artificial intelligence itself. So it generates new content, it generates new different audio, video, you name it. If you even call, for example, like, oh, Pak Gatot, Pak Fat, and other speaker, if you talk about artificial intelligence, this is only another new buzzword. No, it is not. If you talk about, for example, metaverse, blockchain, and things like that, or website, or Web.3, for example, you may see that those latest technology may not develop as quick as we expect, but this generative AI is just around the corner and it will getting better. So we have to be prepared. And this is a very important workshop and also a very important idea from Fat and his team that Futuries-AI can help leveraging the use of artificial intelligence. If we talk about artificial intelligence, World Economic Forum that just finished a couple months ago discussed the potential of artificial intelligence. For example, um, Mr. Yan Lechun, the one who just, if you look at on X, just got a beef with Elon Musk on X, talking that keep the open source of AI is progressing very fast. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, said that the improve life, not to mention that Microsoft leverage ChatGPT a lot through Copilot, and they will use it in their product called as Microsoft Copilot 365, and it will provide us different experience using Microsoft Office, for example. Minister of Rwanda saying that most likely AI will leverage economic boost up to 6% and so on. So a lot of positive feedback about the use of the AI in the future. If we talk about the use of AI, we also understand that the top 10 skills also changing, especially on the way we use our role as human, more on creative thinking, analytical thinking, and artificial intelligence and also big data. So our ability to deal with artificial intelligence is really going to be highly needed in the future. So again, this workshop, this initiative is very good to give us some part of introduction on how we can leverage AI and use that as our main skills in the future. If you look at, you can see on that artificial intelligence also can create many future jobs according to World Economic Forum. You will have AI and machine learning specialists. You will have big data specialists, things like that. That will be a future professions. And who's gonna be a better person to answer that future job on AI? ChatGPT itself. So if you type this question, what is the future AI job? ChatGPT will answer some of the future job over here. For example, prompt engineer. I think the next speaker will talk about prompts or perintah in bahasa Indonesia. The better the prompt that you have, the better the result that will produce. Yeah, algorithm inspector, AI curator, AI talent agent. Those kind of new skills that will be available, new future job that will be created using artificial intelligence and our future technology. As in the new technology, new development, there would be definitely some controversies and also issues. This is some of the controversies and issues that we have to be aware of. For example, it probably will worsen digital poverty, especially for those countries who enable, which enable to get more access of internet, use of content without consent, for example, because now definitely artificial intelligence is very smart. They can learn on their own. But if they crawl the data that is copyrighted, there will be some issue without consent as well. Lack of understanding of the real world. For example, You can produce content with AI, but if you want to build something, you cannot build, for example, a chair, table, or building with ChatGPT. Definitely, yeah. You need some workers to do that. So that's an example on. There's some also limitation of Gen AI. Generating deep fakes, definitely that could be an issue in the future as well. How about in education and research in the area that I'm currently working for, and probably most of you also currently in? Of course, there's prove some ethical issues. I think Yuza Dirga will discuss about the ethics of AI later on. That can have issue of copyright and intellectual properties as well. Some responses could be homogeneous, and you need creative input as well to generate the content. So you have to be careful with that. Thinking processes, probably, because everything can be, instantly generated. So you have to be careful with that. That's a big issue that we have to be taken care in terms of education. So I have discussed two main ideas. Number one, technology and share future. And secondly, I also discussed about the potential of generative AI and the future job related to generative AI. The next point of discussion, I would like to provide you some example of application in education. This is just a very quick examples because the next speaker, the speaker after me, especially Pak Yuza, and also Pak Taufik will discuss about that in more details. So this is an example of some application in education. This is just a very quick introduction. Some Gen AI tool. You can use some generative artificial intelligent tools in research. For example, you have ChatGPT, you have Claude AI, Bing Chat, and so on. You have tools to create image as well. So that's the category that you can have a look in more detail, creating logo, audio, chatbot, and so on. And that's also an example, some example of it. This is specifically that can be used in the classroom. I usually explain this to my fellow lecturers. Some of the tools that can be used by the lecturers, so they can leverage some of the knowledge using artificial intelligence. But of course, some of my students ask, Pak Gatot, there's some paid subscription. I want to have gratis or a free one. So this is some of the example, which some that categories are paid and some categories as free. For example, you can have a look in more detail. ChatGPT 4 categories as paid because at the moment we can use freely to 3.5, but I think we can also use ChatGPT 4.0, teman-teman sekalian. That is even smarter, even smarter, and even a high quality that you can play around with that ChatGPT. This is my main three tools that can be used. This is my favorite, Microsoft Copilot. Why? Because it can generate picture, Microsoft Copilot, but you have to register to Microsoft account. Perplexity.ai, because it's available in mobile format. I can ask a lot of questions and they provide online resources or online references as well. So I like to use that. And of course, ChatGPT. Yeah, ChatGPT generated by OpenAI. I think that's make everything's hype right now. Yeah. Last but not least, in terms of application in education, probably just in case other speaker didn't have a chance to discuss about this chatbot. If you want to use chatbot, example like ChatGPT, I think this is a very good framework that's developed by UNESCO on how we should use chatbot or ChatGPT. Is it safe to use chatbot? For example, you have to think this way. You can choose to start. Yeah. Number one, does it matter if the output is true? If you think that no, it doesn't matter, I don't really care about whether the result is true or not, then you can use ChatGPT safely because you know that you don't want to create a factual check on that. Yeah. If does it matter and the answer is yes, then you have to go on to the next step. Do you have expertise? If you have the expertise to that to verify the information created by ChatGPT, then you can use it. Yes. Yeah. If no, then it is not safe to use ChatGPT. If it is yes, then can you verify it? For example, if you can verify and you are sure that you can double check the information, then you think that it's possible to use ChatGPT safely. So this is a very good an example on how you can use ChatGPT in general and whether it's safe or not. Okay. Apart from this, if you have some quick question probably pop up in your mind, you can ask a question through chat in Zoom. And I think rather than waiting until the end of the sessions, if you have idea, you can post it right now. And if you don't have a chance to answer it directly, I will answer it later on through the question and answer session. Right. So if we discuss about some application in education, some of discussion about artificial intelligence in education, I would like also to share some technology that we use in Binus University to enhance the experience of learning in higher educations. And probably in some of the university or some part of the world also implement this, but this is what we have implemented, and we kind of happy with the result of that implementation. Number one is the way we use mobile application called Bilingua for students to do their English through self-learning. Remember that when you go to the university, you have to take 2 to 4 credits to take English. And you have to go to the class and you have to do a traditional class to get to pass that English exam test, for example. But in Binus, students can do it through self-learning. They can use bilingual application to learn English on their own time. So we provide them the application. It's free for them. They can use it up to 4 semester to finish the English level, depending on their English proficiency journey. For example, if they entry test on English have a score less than 60, so they have to take 2 courses through Bilingua, through application, through basic English or independent English. So they can learn on their own. But some of the other students, their English is very good. So rather than ask them to do basic English, so we can give them opportunity to take courses related to independent English and proficient English. So we will not going to make them feel very bored in the class because they already know about the topic in English. So if they are already proficient in terms of English, we ask them to do other part of language, which is basic Chinese and basic Japanese. So once they finish their journey in Bilingua through the mobile application, they will get or receive verified certificate to certify that they have the completions of the English journey. So that's using Bilingua. So they don't need to go to the classroom. They can do it on their own using mobile application. If they have any problem, they can ask through their mentor. We call it tutor, sorry, if they have a problem, so they can learn and ask help from the tutor as well. Apart from that, we also really want to utilize more on mobile application. For example, some of us think that mobile phone will disrupt them if they are going to use it in the classroom. So instead of asking them not to use mobile phone in the classroom, we ask them to use the mobile phone, and they can download, they can read the material through mobile application called as Binus Maya. So can they learn on their own based on that information? Not only that, we also link the mobile Binus Maya with Parents Portal. So this is an example of how we connect things together. So they will do the absency or attendance checklist through Wi-Fi attendance, and directly it will send the information to Parents Portal. So the parents also can check their kids' performance through Parents Portal. They can check whether that day, specific day, their kids or um their son or daughter whether they attended to the lecture or not. So they can directly check through parents portal, just to make sure that whether they're coming to the classroom or not. Not only that, we can also check the progress of the students. It will be also available through mobile and also through web. Those information also available not only about the courses, but also library apps that can easily link to their mobile. Our latest development on how Merdeka Belajar provided to the student is Nexus. This is a platform provided to the students just like a marketplace. So remember that there is a time that usually in fifth semester, student can pick and choose free elective courses on their own. So they can take a free elective courses just like in the marketplace. It is available in our platform Nexus, so they can freely check who is the lecturer, what is his history, what is the competency that is provided, and so on, just like they're shopping in Tokopedia or Shopee. Yeah, so what we call it as Nexus. This is an example on how technology also help us to predict the ability of the student and taking free elective and courses. Another example that I can put up here is our artificial intelligence in terms of predicting students' academic performance. So in our system, we can also predict whether this student, A, B, C student, will have low, medium, or high performance based on their profile background. For example, the profiling based on the score when they're coming into Binus University, their academic score, and we will predict whether they will have a risk to get a low performance grade or not. So based on that, we can make some intervention related to the online tutor, related to the consultation, counseling, and so on, based on that information. So that's an example on how we leverage technology in education and deliver a much better experience and helping students to get a better academic result. My final thought on how technology can connect us, on how generative artificial intelligence can enhance our life, is related to the ability of generative artificial intelligence to produce result or to produce content. Some of the lecturers, some of the students, or probably some of you, if you want to produce content in Futuries-AI, for example, you will think that which part or which arrow that you want to go for. For example, if we go to the part of the extreme over here, student created. So you will ask the student to write all assignment without consulting with AI. So you will get the result of student created. But on the other hand of the extreme area, it will be created fully by artificial intelligence in a way that the student plug prompt into AI, copy it response, and submit it to the teacher. So this considered as created by artificial intelligence. But you can somewhere playing around with this part, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, in a way that you will not ask the students to provide all the results from AI, but you want the students to get the idea, brainstorming the main points. Yeah, then they write and submit it to you. Yeah, with this arrow or with the way we rethink about plagiarism and cheating as a lecturer, probably we will get better understanding on which area that we want to focus our student in. Again, it's up to you whether you want to create collaboration with artificial intelligence into one extreme level to another. Next, of course, if you want to look at artificial intelligence, there are some tools that provide you with plagiarism checker about AI. Should we use them? There's a lot of point of discussion whether you're gonna use it or you're gonna use the detector of it. So it's up to you. You have different point of view on that, and I leave it to you on which point of view that you are going to use. In terms of technology, you can use some the technology, for example, GPT-0, Hugging Face, to detect whether the result is generated by AI or not. However, those tools or AI detection tools are still in developing stage. So it can be also less accurate. So you have to be careful and wise to use those kind of tools. In short, our key takeaway point on my presentation as introduction to the next speaker, artificial intelligence will be here to stay and even getting smarter. I believe artificial intelligence will not gonna replace us, but artificial intelligence will enhance us. It's important to have greater understanding of artificial intelligence in the classroom with guidance and also some caution so we can use it in a better way. And I do believe that our students, future generation, will live with AI in the future. So instead of asking them not to have it, not to use it, it's better for us to help them to navigate using AI in the future. At the end of the day, we do expect that we will have this experience, the AI-generated content, that before AI, you look very stressful because you have to do a lot of routine stuff. But after AI, hopefully you will have a lot of more time to think creative way, problem solving way, and the thing that you can spend more with your family with the help of AI. With that in mind, that's all for my presentation. Have a good day, and we are going to have more detailed discussion later on.